Hello everyone, it's Sonia G with the MoonBabes Monday Night Live. It is the first MoonBabe Monday Night Live of 2019 and I have the fluffiest hair yet. Hey, oh hello. Hey you guys, thanks for joining. I see you joining. So I have to make a disclaimer. I don't ever really have sugar, and tonight, because we had guests at the house, I had a little sugar. So I'm gonna need you guys, I had some chocolate stuff. So I'm gonna need you guys to meditate with me really quick so that I can get in the zone. Let's all get in the zone together. You guys get a meditation out of this deal. So how about let's do it? Hi, you guys. Thanks so much for joining. I see you all. Jessie, sending you love, sister. I think you have had we've gone back and forth. I love that I get to talk to you guys and I know some of your guys' stories and things that are happening. So just know that I always send you guys love. Yes, there was potentially a glass of wine involved. Maybe like a little bit. No, but mostly it was just sugar. It's just foods that I don't normally eat. So let's get this meditated. Okay, you guys? All right. Take a deep breath in. So this way you guys get to see also how I do this when I need to like ground myself in, right? So take a deep breath in. Hold this breath for just a moment. Hold it. Feel your breath, the oxygen going into every single cell of your body, and then exhale. If you're driving right now and you're listening to this, don't close your eyes though, okay? You can still do it. Inhale. Hold this breath and then squeeze your energy up from the bottom of your spine all the way up. Just squeeze your life force energy through to the top of your head and connect with the infinite universe from the crown chakra. And then exhale. Okay, do it one more time with me. Hold this breath. Squeeze your energy upwards. Hold it. And exhale. And then on the next breath, breathe all the way down to your feet. Imagine your breath reaching down to your feet and imagine locking with the bottom of your feet onto a grid of crystalline golden light that is on top of Mother Earth, on top of the whole Earth. This is where the good vibes are. This is where 5D New Earth is. So you're not locking on and connecting to the chaos or the drama. You're locking into all of the high frequencies that are building New Earth right now. And then breathe that in through your feet, finding yourself at your heart. And if you meditate with me, you know we always need to activate our heart. This is our gateway. This is how we connect to the higher frequencies, is through the heart chakra. And exhale. And one more time. Let's do that one more time. Feel your heartbeat. And exhale. And then let's go ahead and activate our third eye and our intuition together. So breathe in and find yourself right here behind your eyes. So turn your gaze inwards and upwards so that you're looking at your third eye point. And breathe into that spot. And let's set the intention that as we chat tonight and as the information comes through that needs to come through, that any messages that need to come through for you, for each one of you watching this right now, will be received by each of you individually, and you will know no matter the words I say, the messages will be received by you. Yay! And then I rub my palms together and I'm back and I'm here. Thanks you guys for meditating with me. So when we do that, you just kind of activate your intuition, you activate your life force energy. So I always do this. I always do a little meditation before I come live. Sometimes we've done them together. So thanks for meditating with me. Hey, you guys, I see you joining. So let's talk about Happy all the planets are direct right now. Woohoo! You guys, do you feel it? Do you feel the push from the universe? It's like, okay, ready, set, go. You gotta go, you gotta go. And because we just had a very powerful solar eclipse, we had the new moon in Capricorn. Capricorn is all about our ambition and our career and our money goals and our abundance and the things that we got to go get. And so because we have that ambition and we have, we had an eclipse, and that's an eclipse literally eclipses the things that got to go. Okay. So whenever there is an eclipse, which this month we have two, and we're going to talk about that, an eclipse takes away the things that got to go. Okay, so all the things that need to go from your life get swept away by the universe. And then after an eclipse, you either notice that subconsciously you feel better, that you were able to release even more than you were intending to, or people start falling away from your life, jobs start falling away from your life, circumstances, right? And sometimes that looks like things break down in your life, but really it's just because you're meant to break through and go beyond. So that's really why that stuff happens. And so the things that shed and you got to come out, it's like you're the butterfly, you got to fly. Okay, it's done. The cocoon time is done, you guys. So planets are direct, it's time to fly. Okay, so let's see. And I'm going to take questions at the end, so stick around if you have questions that are not about this stuff that I'm talking about, and then we'll go back and forth and do some questions. Feeling the alignment. Thanks to joining the MoonBabes Society. Oh, yay. It feels so much lighter and amazing. Good. Yes. So you guys, thank you for bringing that up, E-Lady. I forget your guys' names because I get to know you in one setting with your names and then on Instagram with your Instagram names. So forgive me for that. But I am so excited that so many of you have joined MoonBabes Society, and we did so much amazing magicalness of work with our new moon intention setting crystal grid. Mine is here. In fact, look, I'm going to show you. We did this during our meditation, and we did a grid, and I have my crystal that is gaining power. It's filling up with all of the magic, and we're using that until the full moon. So we're using all the tools, you guys. In MoonBabes Society, we will be using all the tools because you guys are popping into my world, and I'm sharing all of my resources with what I do, and I play this level game. So I'm sharing with all of you guys all the things that I do to keep the vibration high, to use all of the tools and all the things that I've studied. So it was really a magical way to start the year. So if you haven't joined yet, since this came up, you guys, go to www.moonbabetribe.com, and then on the home page, if you scroll down, you'll see a big thing that says MoonBabes Society. Click on that, because right now, because I was just so excited, I want to share this meditation that was like pure magic, seriously transformational, with so many more of you. I decided to keep the intro price, so the preview pricing, which is $22, you guys. That's like so amazing. For a few more days, probably till the end of this week. So I gotta talk to my higher self, and then we'll decide. And if you join, in fact, speaking of that, during that meditation, you will see that we had magical things caught on camera during that meditation. So it was pretty amazing, pretty amazing. Carrie says, it really truly was amazing. I love it, with the hashtag MoonBabes Society. Yes, it's so amazing, Carrie. And so many of us had magical experiences, myself included, and you guys got to see mine on camera. So it was really, really cool. So definitely the place to be for all of the mystical, magical people. And let's see, KK Daisy says, so happy I found you. I can't even remember how I found you. It was like I was drawn to you. Oh, yay. You know what? A lot of people say that, and it's just like, it's the divine synchronicity. When you are meant to hear this kind of information and this level of, you know, the downloads that come in, then people find me, because it's about the kind of stuff that, you know, it's time for you to hear it. So let's get back to what's happening with the planet. So that's why we did this like huge meditation. And you know what? Maybe that's what I'll do. I'm going to pin this right here really quick. You guys, give me 1 second. I'm going to pin this so that, because sometimes this is like my angels whispering in my ears, hey, so that you guys can click on the website, and I'll pin this at the top because, I mean, it was seriously so amazing. We have both men and women, and we have people from around the world, which is amazing, that joined us. And I was so super excited that I figured out, oh man, now I don't know how to pin it. You guys think that I have this stuff figured out, but sometimes. Oh, I was supposed to do it back here. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna let the angels do their work. So, but that's my website. It's in the comments. So you could go there and then look when it's funny how the universe works. So we did a huge meditation to kick off the, it was an hour and a half. It was like a meditation, and we talked about the astrology, and it was a ritual, and it was intention setting, and we got to connect with our higher self. And that's what happened in MoonBabes Society. And the reason why we did that, and we did it on that level, is because right now we're in an energetic portal between two eclipses. One of the eclipses happened on the 5th, right? And it was the solar eclipse. And then on the full moon in Leo on the 20th or 21st, depending on which side of the world you live, we're going to have a lunar eclipse, okay? Solar represents our personality and like our ego, our personality. Lunar represents our feelings and our emotions. So basically the universe is saying, I'm going to just like eclipse, you know, get rid for you of all the things that have to go in all areas of your life. Like there's no escaping it, because it's both solar and lunar. It's the yin and the yang. It's both sides of the coin, right? It's the emotional and it's the mental. So we're getting like cleaned up. And this particular time, you guys, I'm seeing all sorts of flashes of light right now. So if I go like this, I'm trying to follow people. So what happens is during this tunnel in between eclipses, okay, this is when you want to shed all things. So use the resource. You guys, it's like 2 weeks, okay? So get to work, do your emotional releasing. And the way that you do that is that you get really, really honest with yourself, okay? And you have to do the meditation work. You have to do the inner work. You have to go inside. You have to get honest with yourself. You have to say, okay, you know what? This is how I feel. I don't want to feel this way, but actually, like, you know, this is what's going on. Acknowledge your fears. Be with your fears, you know, and cry them out. Cry out until you don't have any more tears to cry. You know, shake things out. Do the stuff to release, because otherwise what happens is you end up with all of those fabulous Ascension symptoms. And it's just like, you know, you got to raise the vibration or you're going to feel it in the body. It's going to get trapped. The energy gets trapped in the body and it has to release. Now, granted, there are Ascension symptoms that no one can really skip, because it's like our body is like going through it. Like our organs and our blood and our eyes, like everything is adjusting. And so we are like transforming from carbon-based body to crystalline body. And so some things just naturally happen. Like there's just phases that happen, but you can do things to make these super minimal. Okay, you can raise your frequency. You can go match that frequency up at the very top of what's happening and pull it down for you, because as long as you're a frequency match for what's happening, you have no side effects. I hope that makes sense. So like if you are, you know, like for example, when you're hiking a mountain, and if you're a hiker and you're used to the air becoming thinner and thinner and more rarefied, then you don't have an issue with it, right? Because you match that. air level, like you're good, your lungs are used to it, you can breathe it. Somebody that never hikes and maybe eats like shit, right, has a hard time. By the time they get like half here, they're like, oh my gosh, I can't breathe, right? You don't want to be this person. You want to meditate your way up to the top without having issues. And that's just kind of how it works. You want to match that frequency. So one of the things that you can do every day is meditate, okay? Tune inwards, connect with your heart. Like, before you do the social media, before you do any of the outside world, go in your inner world. And then you can also eat clean foods. So stay away from processed foods, you know? I mean, as many veggies and fruits as you can. It will help you because then your body is not busy breaking down processed foods, and it can process frequencies that are higher instead. That's the stuff you want to be processing, is frequencies. So, you know, and adjusting to them. So inevitably, for a lot of people, there are phases that happens, and a lot of you have been asking me about Ascension Symptoms. So here's something that's happening to everybody, is there's flashes, okay? Depending on the light that is hitting you, as you ascend and as your body is getting used to it, if you all of a sudden start sweating and you're like burning up, like you think you have hot flashes, but you're like, I don't know, let's just say you're 20 and there's no way you're in like hot flash zone, right? If you're a woman. If you're a man, you just whatever. There's no reason for you to ever have hot flashes. If you have hot flashes, what's happening is the crystalline substance inside of your body, the crystals inside of you are activating. And so that's where the hot flashes come. And you know, all you could do is continue to raise your vibration and raise your frequency, but this is like your body is like heating up in order to make things transform inside of you. Sometimes it feels like you are like burning up, feels like you have a temperature. You don't have a temperature. Your body is just, it's like the refinery on the inside, okay? And you know, things like Epsom salt baths will help, and obviously drinking clean water, Himalayan salt to retain the hydration, and eating clean. All that stuff will help you. Getting plenty of sleep is important too. And the other thing that happens is you have waves of super freezing cold. So if all of a sudden and this happens when we're meditating, okay? A lot of the times when you connect to the higher frequencies, when you're pulling in the plasma photonic light that we're pulling in, it's like, wah! Like you just literally went, you know, in the freezingness of the universe. And so you feel so cold that you feel like you just entered a freezer. Totally normal ascension symptoms. Okay, and so it's not your circulation. You don't have to take meds for it. You just really have to continue raising your vibration to do the work. I mean, and I don't want to say things that, you know, if you're following, you know, if you're in care from a doctor, but just know that, you know, all things are energy, right? So all things can be understood by energy. And once you learn how to manage your state of being energetically, then you're a lot better than taking any kind of medication. Okay, so let's see if you guys have questions, because I'm seeing your frequencies are on Mars high right now, super high. Yeah, right? It kind of really feels like, yeah, so you guys are feeling all this stuff. It really feels like we're like, because all the planets are direct and we're getting these pushes and we're getting all these downloads with these eclipses, because as the eclipses take away things, then we make room for the downloads to come in. Okay, so Riverflow says, yes, that happened to me at the gym and ended up going home. Yeah, sometimes when this stuff happens, you have to make it's like your soul is being birthed through your physical body, okay? So you kind of have to make that your priority. It's like we're having a light baby right now. So the light baby is number one, okay? We're like birthing ourselves that way. So you gotta take care of it. Demons, can they be part of of my visions? Okay, so thanks for bringing that up. There's also a lot of psychic attacks that are happening. And so you always have to make sure that you're working with the light. Whenever you are doing any kind of meditations, any kind of traveling, everybody that has been through the Sacred Chakras Journey course with me, where we do astral traveling, so where you access higher frequencies, higher dimensions, you always have to make sure that your space around you is clear. You always have to make sure that you are managing all the light around you. The most important thing, you guys, that you can remember is that you are sovereign onto yourself. You are more powerful than any of these beings around. In the moment that we own our light inside our body, we're more powerful than all of the angels and all of the demons and all of them, okay? So the truth is, once we learn how to master our light and really truly embody our light, it's just, you know, you're your own ecosystem. You don't have to worry about any of that. So whenever you feel like they come around, just remember that they have no power over you. They really don't. And you can command them to go away. Remember, you can ask them 3 times, are you of the highest truth and light and serving the divine plan? On the 3rd time, by universal law, they have to answer. And if their answer is no, then you just command them to leave and they gotta go. Okay, and so visualize them leaving. But you have to know that you are in charge, because fear attracts fear, like attracts like. So when you're, you know, starting to get scared, you know, like when you're like, oh my gosh, did I see a flash? Did I see something? Oh, that was creepy. Oh my gosh, blah, 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 blah. And then you snowball down, and then all of a sudden you have all of this like wacky feeling energy inside of you. It's like a magnet. And then they're like, oh, here, let's go over here. That looks like, you know, somebody I can prey upon. Don't want that. You want light. You want to feel, you know, you want to make sure you surround yourself with light. You want to make sure that you feel safety. And so, you know, where you're just like, you have so much light inside of you that just keeps everything out. So, okay. I always get cold when I do our meditations and my Reiki sessions. Yeah, so that's the higher frequencies coming in. Carrie, yes, yes, yes. Love, gratitude, yes. Free Spirit says, when I meditated last night, I felt as if I was floating out of my body. So you're feeling the higher frequencies, and that will start to happen. And that is exactly the energy that we are integrating. What about ear ringing? Why does this happen? Okay, hang on. I'm going to read a few, and then I'll answer them all together. All the white light I see when I meditate, it feels like heat on the left side of me. Is this normal? Yes. Yeah, so you're having, sometimes we activate on one side more than the other, and you're just feeling your, you know, energetically. Om Namo Guru Dev Namo 3 times before starting is helpful. Nature Babe. Yes, that is the Adi mantra. Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. It means I connect to the infinite wisdom within and connect to the infinite wisdom of the universe. That's a Kundalini mantra. Okay, you guys in your comments. Protect yourself. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, so you guys are on this. No tap water. Yeah, no tap water, you guys. We're also getting to the point where we talked about this a little while back in terms of like the alchemy of the food, where, you know, if you're going to eat something that is not good for you or drink and put it in your body, you actually like, you know, change the frequency of it. There comes a time where you can't do that anymore. Your body actually needs filtered water, clean foods. Like, you have to go through that part. So let's talk about the ears ringing. There's also blurry eyes and there's itchy skin. So these are things that are happening with energy that gets stuck in the body and that has to come out. Okay, so when you're having these symptoms, it's like your cells, it's like we're just shedding layers. And so we're changing and we're adapting to new super powerful frequencies. So our body just has to go through the changes. The more you meditate, work out, eat healthy, the less of these things you're going to feel. Like for me, I will feel it for a split second because I feel like there's an incoming frequency, and maybe like, you know, all of a sudden I have, you know, like my skin will itch a little bit, and then I'm like, oh, okay, I got to raise my frequency. I got to raise my vibe. And so then I go up into the ethers. No, I go up to the sea of golden light. I go to my higher self. Sometimes I go visit my galactic family of light. So I do my astral traveling. And if you do that, do it safely. Okay. I teach you guys all about the stuff in the Sacred Chakras journey. So stay in your chakra lane. Do not go outside of your lane. Do the, use the light protocols. But you can literally pull in the higher frequencies, and then you don't feel these ascension symptoms anymore. Sometimes there's also like super huge migraines. That's the time, like when you feel a headache coming in, that's one of the more challenging ones to work with, to really go and pull higher frequencies in. But you can do it. I know, because I can do it. So I know everybody can do it. So it just takes practice. It takes, a little bit of practice and a little bit of training, and then you can go and literally download. It's like you're downloading the solution, the software solution, and, then you don't have that virus situation anymore into your own program computer, kind of, if that makes sense. Okay, Stephanie says, so I haven't been affected by Ascension symptoms for a couple of weeks. Good. Would you say that I have mastered the work and sitting above the frequency? Yes. So this is a time where you have raised your vibration. I know you've been doing a lot of releasing, Stephanie. So you have raised your vibration, and so you're not feeling any of this. And so this is a testament to doing the work. So Stephanie, between like the Sacred Chakras journey and doing the work in MoonBabes Society, when you do the work and you're active and you eat well, then, you're up here and you're like, this is good. This stuff is feeling good. I'm feeling supported. I am feeling like high energy, right? I'm feeling motivated, and that's what it feels like. And so the key is you want to stay there. Like, you want to sustain that. So Stephanie, this is your challenge, is to hold that. Okay. So yes, that's awesome. Yeah, I did. Yes. Into that dimension of serenity out of the coded 3D. Yes. So we're moving into the 5D, which reminds me, I want to talk to you guys about 4D for a minute, but I'm going to read this. Okay. Angels, let's see. Angel Healing Guide. What if we are feeling warm on a specific chakra? For example, if we're feeling it on the root, is that a sign that there's need for grounding? So when you're feeling heat, it means you're expanding. If you're expanding, something's happening in that chakra. Grounding is always a good idea, no matter what. But if you're feeling that, I definitely would say work with distributing your energy along your chakras. What's happening, you guys, is that our chakras are actually starting to, and this is going to happen this year for a lot of you, okay? So chakras are starting to merge into a pillar. And so it's going to be a flow where it's not just like a localized disc, but the discs are going to start communicating together. And it's like this rainbow bridge that forms inside of us. Woo! And it goes up. Okay. So the discs are going to just not be localized, if that makes sense. If you know about chakras, you understand what I'm saying. And so the energy has to all work together. And so the chakras being separate goes with the program of being separate and separateness, right? And so we want the oneness. And so that's kind of the shift that's happening. So I would say work on clearing that energy and bringing it up. This is also, hold on, incoming. Oh, okay. So specifically in this case, okay, there's also, thank you for reminding me. So there is also one of the things that we went through, and it was towards the end of last year. And this, thank God I have my angels, you guys. So towards the end of last year, it started. I know some of you I've talked to privately about this too. It is a complete redefining of our insides of the womb. Okay, it's completely like a lot of you, if you haven't had this yet, you have like a weird period. You have a moon cycle that's like, what is going on? And it's shifting. It's just the way that we work on a cellular level is shifting. And so if you're feeling that, it's part of that energy that's just like reforming, like regenerating, and it's transforming. So that's what's going on. So there you go. Now you know. Okay, river flow. We are unlocking genes from our ancestors. Where we are our ancestors, we're receiving direct messages from the sun. Yes, that is true. Okay. Yes, so we'll talk about that. Danny, welcome. I see you. Carrie, I see you. Betsy, I see you. All of you guys. Yay, everybody joining. So we are in for a strong week of energy, okay? If you feel any ascension symptoms, go and get the higher frequencies and download them. I can't say this enough. You have the power to do that. Go pull them in, and pull them in, okay? Here's what's gonna happen after the next eclipse, the lunar eclipse. And it's kind of like we have this, the time between eclipses is this transformational, quote unquote, grace period. Because after that, 2019 ain't, I'm just gonna say it this way, so forgive my French, but we're just not fucking around anymore. Because the universe is like, okay, are you gonna be true to yourself? Or are you gonna suffer the consequences? And it's just like, we won't really be able to go outside those lines. You will get sick, shit will fall apart in your world. Again, pardon my directness, but that's kind of like when you look at the astrology, there's just, it's like, and the reason why this is happening is because we're entering that mental zone where whatever you think is manifesting, okay? This is the reality of 5D. As we raise our vibration, you know, we are what we are. And so there is no more thinking one thing and saying another, because the other person will know that doesn't match, that frequency doesn't match, okay? So it's like, there's no more lying, there's no more doing business to hurt other people. Like, you really have to stay in your truth, and you have to be in your alignment. There is no other way. Otherwise, there will be natural consequences. It's like the universe will not support you when you are not in your truth. Without a grace period, I feel like in 2018 was kind of this, I mean, we've had a lot of shit years in terms of like preparation. I should say that. Sorry. Cancel universe. Okay, we've had a lot of years that have helped us to deal with our stuff, okay? And going through a lot of things which teaches us to raise our vibration. When in reality, you know, every year is always better than the next, and that's always the truth of how I feel. So, you speak French too. I love you guys. That's amazing. So that's really what's going on, you guys, is it's game on, okay? So get it all out. Make sure that by the time the next eclipse comes on, you know what you're doing. You know your truth is, and you're going to stand in that alignment at all times. We have to get used to living in that place of heart-centered space and in truth. That's it. All the time. It's not just when you're meditating in the morning. It's not just when you're saying your mantras. It's all the time. And so that's what this year is, you know, we need to become the masters of that, while also, you know, going for the true stuff. Like, you won't be able to work at a job that you're not meant to work at anymore, okay? You are like, boom, you got to go do your calling. You got to go do your mission. You got to go do the thing that you bring, that brings your soul the most joy doing. That's what, you know, everybody's kind of going to be starting to do those kinds of things, and that's what's happening. So I hope that this was helpful, you guys. If you have more questions, ask me. I may do another live because I know that I missed some during the holidays. So let me know. I'll try and come on. And maybe we're going to do a live specifically to answer any questions about MoonBabes Society. And because I am hoping that so many more of you are going to jump on before the price goes up, because catch it, man, you're going to have it for a lifetime and you can cancel anytime. And the reason why that is because I know how good the stuff that we do is, and I know how good you're going to feel once you're there. So just try it. Just try it out. Try me out. And if you don't love it, you know, you could go anytime, but I just have a feeling. So go to moonbabetribe.com and then go register for MoonBabes Society. And then also, you guys, up until 1/11, the Sacred Chakras Journey is half off. So those of you that are ready to go for the full thing and you want to like learn how to develop your intuition, talk to the angels, navigate your chakra system that goes beyond the body, meet your galactic family of light, astral travel to the higher planes. If you want to learn how to do those things, and go and jump on the Sacred Chakras Journey. I am going to do a special bonus meditation that I will be announcing tomorrow. That will be for Sacred Chakras Journey members only. It's going to be on 1/11. We are going to get our manifesting vibes on. So much work, you guys. So much cool work that we can do to really hit the mark this year. This year, all I know is I'm hitting that mark, and if you guys are coming with me, we're doing it. We're doing it together. So, yes, you're on board with it. Ciao. I love it. Speaking the language. Okay, you guys. I love you all. Have a beautiful night. Stay in your heart. Mwah. I'll see you soon. Bye.